Good evening. Welcome back to Stationeers. I'm going to go back to Venus here, and I think today we're going to go ahead and install the remaining Silanol loop and see if we can get off of the air conditioners on the roof, because there's some wonky things happening there, and apparently 24 air conditioners or something, it's just not doing the tricks. Very strange behavior. So we're gonna see if we can bypass them, and that'll save a tremendous amount of power. We'll essentially have unlimited power. Might still have an itty bitty living space. But yeah, we'll see about that, and then we might be in business. So let's see. This is pipes and stuff. There's phase change devices. This has got the counterflow, right? Okay. I need frames and steel sheets. So let's see. Are you done? Oh, I don't know if you're done or not. May have just been interrupted because of the loading and unloading. So let's just chuck that in there real quick. Okay, good. It's done. I need the steel. There we go. Where's the steel? Okay, so frame, let's go ahead and print out a single stack of those. And for the steel sheets, we will prepare that. Now, I might have to redo my code. I should be able to just pull that lever and it goes, but I've seen some weird things. So, I don't want to aggravate the gods of my stuff here. Yeah, that's gas pipe. It's alright. So I think we pretty much have everything we need to get going on the phase change loop. Speaking of which, while this is doing its thing nice and slowly, we'll go through the back door here. Yeah, that actually works a lot better. See how we're doing here. I think. Yeah, so we're trying to pressurize, right? Pulling the gas out of here, putting it into here, trying to pressurize it. It's not going to liquefy. However, this, on the other hand, is liquefying. Yeah, it's unless I jacked the temperature up. Well, we're just gonna deal with what we got. Gonna deal with what we got. So we get the frames, get the sheets, and then we'll move on. I'm trying to think. Is this actually upside down? Because these are. That's actually okay. Let's flip this guy over. Open, rotated. Okay, so... Is it this type? This looks... Oop. That's actually the type we want, right? Oh, that matches perfectly. So guess what? We are going to adjust our grading type. We're going to ignore the floating... Ignore the floating grading. Or locker. Floating locker. Ignore the floating locker. Ignore the man behind the curtain. Okay. There. Looks pretty good. Yeah, okay. Sing, my loves, sing your pretty song. You're still coming down ever so slowly, but we're gonna get there. We are gonna get there. So that being said, I should probably have more grading around here. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, there's some grading. Let's pull the lever cronk. Okay. Oh, fascinating. Okay, so as long as I put the cabling there first. Okay, that's awesome. Which way? I mean, okay, so it's going... This actually works perfectly. That is how it should be. How can I... Ooh, okay. I can climb up that even with the pipes and all that. I'm sure that's OSHA approved. Luckily, there is no OSHA on Venus. So that's how I get around that. Oh, it's awesome. Okay, you know, at some point I really should rip this up and fix it. That's an external vent. Yeah. Okay, just waiting on that, basically. Then we'll go out and check things out. Yep. 122. Hopefully this loop will, the loop that I'm going to install will be sufficient. And then we can bypass the stupid air conditioners, which combined they're doing like maybe 20 kilojoules of cooling, so that's not very good. And the way it is right now, they should be able to handle that very, very simply. So as a matter of fact, I don't understand why that first stage on top of the phase change cooling is having such difficulty. Should be performing astronomically better, but whatever. Whatever. Let's go in here and check the temperature. I think it was borderline yesterday. It is... okay. It is safe in here. Don't necessarily know about air quality. Yeah, a little bit of hydrochloric acid in the lungs. What's the matter? Why? See, now, okay, so this boggles my mind why this is actually at such a high pressure. I mean, this is literally a passive vent. I mean, okay, I guess it is running, so it is pushing hard against this, but still. Venus goes tonight. I finally got my cooling actually making progress on the base, so I'm going to add another Silanol loop on top of the one that I've got, and hopefully I'll be able to bypass the AC units on the roof. So those are a big power hog. There we go. I think we are ready. Steel sheets. I think that's all I need. Phase change devices, takes steel sheets. Counterflow heat exchanger takes sheets. Nothing else takes anything special. So I think I'm ready to go. I think I pulled somebody down last night. Didn't I? Maybe I sent him away. But whatever. We'll get there. Yep, I sent him away. So we're going to put in another set of phase change devices over here. And then I should be able to completely get rid of these air conditioners. Be great. So what do I got? 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3. Oh, okay. Okay, that is bare minimum. That is bare minimum right there. Let's see, I had these welded up for air tightness, even though they don't need to be. It's going to blow me away. Maybe not. Okay. Welding through dirt works fantastically, apparently. Yeah, whatever. It's a game, I'll give it a little bit of leeway on that. Okay. So our evaporation chambers will be right here. So let's pull this out, and evaporation chamber, and it's going to be heat exchange. Yep, okay. Put one, yeah. Okay, if we're going to line it up, this is what it's going to look like. Right? Yep. Cool. We're going to put 2 evaporation chambers down, minimum. We'll go ahead and wrench these up. And then weld these up. Okay, and then black pipe. I don't have what I need to do. Look at that. Now I got a black pipe. Pull the small box out here. Let's go ahead and... Okay, so this is the coolant line. It's going to be nitrogen. At this point, it can be pretty much anything that doesn't condense at pressures, which actually, I think, excludes Silanol, literally. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 3, 1. Maybe that's it. Okay, then let's pull out our counterflow heat exchanger, and that is going to be 1 distance from here. And this is going to be liquid to gas going this direction. That will work. Pull this out and nuke it. Ready to go. So this is our brown liquid pipe. I don't have any utility kits. That's probably a bad thing. Do I have one? Okay, that's going into a utility kit. That makes sense. That makes sense. It'll be 2 and then goes in. I think that's what it's... Lay the plumbing down for an extra one. how's it do it on this side? This side, T's out, and it'll go into the condensation chamber. There will be, what, another utility kit and then a T. Right. That should be where that needs to go. 1, 2. Oop, drop that in there. Okay, that should handle that part. Let's put down the condensation chambers. Nope. Nope, wrong button. Let's try that again. There we go. Condensation. Do. Flip around, would you? Thank you. Okay, another one. There we go. Okay, so I do need to get some utility kits. That's not a big deal. Drop you on there and pull out the welder. Here. Okay, there. Now, switch over to the black pipe again. We are going to need more pipe, but that's all right. Do I have this just go straight? Yes, I do. Do that. We're gonna go straight through. Okay, this is the heat exchange out. There we go. It connects both sides, so that'll at least prime the network. Now let's pull out the brown pipe. So if I'm doing that, is up and a T. And then we'd have a utility kit, which is something I should have thought about, but I didn't. Oh my goodness. Some weird platformer ability here. Do that. Okay. You, I'm imagining, do basically the same here. I want to just go ahead and mirror this. So it goes one, okay, yep. So we do that. We're going to have the T up. And then we T that way, we'll have the utility kit. Okay, that's ready to go. We'll just kind of leave it in that state at the moment. Now this in line with the third guy. Okay, so we're going to have turbo pump is going to be lined up directly with that. Power, that's the one we want. Howdy, Jebro. How are things tonight? Okay, that would be my... Yep. Gas tank, then... Yeah, there we go. Boom. Get that hooked up, and I go with this for mirroring it up. Oh, yep, that's right, and a condensation valve. Condensation valve. Wait, do I... Wait, how did I do that? Yeah, okay, yep, oh, okay, yeah, oh. Up, then over, like that. Then we're gonna merge with a... That, grab that, come up, like that. Now we will put our condensation valve in. This is just a safety. That is just a safety. Okay, so now we can put in all of our fun stuff here. Do I actually have the liquid? Whoops, fell off. I do have the liquid piped, kind of piped if I had a volume pump, so I will do what I would normally do. You're gonna be ready to go with the next one. Getting to be spaghetti. And this does not go straight through, goes around. Okay, yeah, alright. Goes around. A lot of extra cabling, but I do not need the data port because this is just a dumb filler, is all it is. Or rather, an emptier. So I'll be in full control of it. If I was going to have it automated, then I absolutely would. But not in this instance, for once. Oh, wow. Okay, do that, and that's going to be that, I think. I actually might have enough cable here. Go to this side. You're going to T in, then you're going to go up here. You considered buffer volume and the gas outflow from the connector? Not really. Because I'm basically going to be sucking it right out of a tank. I should have put the cabling down before I put the piping down. Would have made it a little bit easier. Yep, that's just for charging it. Yep, that's my fill line. Okay, so we're hooked up, ready to go here. I could just slap in the other guys here. So I think I've got the plumbing for it. I might as well. I have the devices. Evaporation chamber. And condensation chamber. There we go. And that'll just complete. The completionist in me will be happy. I don't want to be getting hung up on there. That's weird. Wish there was a battery variant of the gas canister that would let you empty a target network up to like 10 megapascals. Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, that pipe come here. Am I? Okay. I gotta be mindful because I am running out of pipe. A little bit of pipe. So that'll be buffer tanks. That will be literally enough. Like a portable pump, basically, maybe like a... Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, like how an AC goes on a connector. You can have a connector use. Accepts a canister and empties it into the network. Yeah, that would be good, kind of. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That would be a very nice thing to have. That way you don't have to hook up permanent infrastructure. Okay, so I need some utility kits of both variants. But other than that, I am... And I gotta set these. Other than that, we're ready to go. Okay. Soon, my children, you will not have to work as hard. Okay, we're still good. Do I need... No, I'm good on steel. Alright, let's go get our utility kits. Because that is the one thing that I forgot. Wow, I was out there long enough to use that much gas? Okay, flip off. Temperature's climbing. Okay, go ahead and disconnect that for now, or take that off. Utility kits, if I have any that are hanging over here. Anywhere you slap down a connector, you can attach a portable pump. Yes, that would be very nice. Or have it built into the portable's connector itself too. That'd be good. So there's the utility gas kit. And then, do I have any liquid utilities? No. I would say I do not. So let's eject the steel out here. Come on, IC-10, catch up. Throw that in there. Throw that in there. Let's dial up our utility kit. I'll just print off 10. I don't need that many, but might as well go a little bonkers with them. Wish there was a molar breathability. I think making it a separate item like the portable IC is best. Yeah. Yeah, that would work too. That does make sense. Oh right, I forgot these take forever to print. Okay, what else? Did I have anything else I needed? I might take some more pipe with me. Just in case. I don't think I need it for any reason, but then I can accept the canister like the AC does. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, just shove it in there. That's actually an excellent idea. Okay, let's do that. You can go up there. There's drain. Go with pipe radiator in a weird spot. Okay. Yeah, trying to think what my next project here should be. No, I mean, who's organization? What's that? Got lots of copper. I see housing and sensors. Didn't I? Okay, I see housing, sensors. There we go, there's the utility kits that we need. I would just... Yeah, I'll take the tank with me too. That would make sense. Early game manual canister filling. The portable pressure pump has a maximum pressure of 8. So you can put a connector on the tank and refill or empty your canisters into the pipe early. Yeah, that would definitely come in handy. Ouch! What the heck is wrong with my wrist? Okay, let's grab this. Make sure that's off. Okay. Alright, so I've got a little bit of Silanol in here. Now that I've reworked where my ladders are, I can just walk straight through. Man, that's pretty rough looking. Okay, jetpack, backwards. Struggle up the stairs here. I had another thought is I should take my I got 2 more phase change loops down here. So I got my water and a pollutant. I was actually thinking about taking those outside once I move the ACs. Okay, we are in dire need of power. Six, pop that up. Okay, make it a tier 1 pipe. Jeez. Let me in. Okay, make it a tier 1 pipe bender that costs steel, copper, and electrum. Pressure grunting, yeah. Yeah, they are singing the song, but I got all the safety set, so they shouldn't overpressure. But yeah, I really overloaded my cooling system, and I'm suffering the consequences. Don't hit the turbine. Okay. Jetpack. Drop it. Okay, we'll connect that for now. Yeah, I forgot a couple pipe sections. Let's throw this into the generator. This will get us slowly starting to recover.
Waste tank caution.
Waste tank caution. Wondering if I should turn off the AC units. Let's go over this side and plug these to this device in. Okay, so let's double check. We have nitrogen. We have nitrogen. I'm gonna have to backfeed some of that stuff. Okay, liquid tank. Buffer tank. Buffer tank. And gas tank buffer, gas tank buffer. There we go. We are set. We are ready. I'm just going to go ahead and match what I have on this side because it doesn't matter. 1200. That's a good number. Oh, wow. I missed a big comment there. Advocating for multi-block airlocks. For example, the garage will put it off my workshop and where I store all my pipes and sheets. So when I'm outside, I can cycle the garage and have access to all shelves. So I have a people airlock and an extra airlock that's 2x3 on the back that only rarely cycles. Yeah, that it's not necessarily a bad idea, and that gives you a backup too, just in case something goes south. Which, I mean, it's Stationeers, nothing ever goes wrong. Okay, we will set the evaporation chambers up. Condensations, eventually, oops. Yeah, that's not where you set that. It's kind of absurd that I set these all to that. I can control the top end heat with that better, but I don't know if it's really worth it. So condensation, let's fire these up. Let's get these going. I think I can... Yeah, let's go ahead and break the pipe here. And get this unloading. So, go that way, 50. Let's fire this up. Okay. Oop. I overran the transformer. Okay, so we're going to evaporate out of this tank. Which, let me go... Oh, that is a problem. That is a problem. I need a... I'm just going to put 500 more watts on it. That's overkill. That was that idea. That's a good point. I should start keeping air accesses on my garage so I can lock myself in, change tanks. Yeah. Speaking of changing tanks, I should change tank. There we go. Okay, now we're pulling out basically as best we can. There we go. We still have nothing in this side. We do have condensation, so we are doing some heat conversion here. Because I think most of this is added an advantage because it's coming in at freaking cold temperatures. And hopefully I get this all out before it starts freezing. I don't want the minimum temperature is 110 degrees. How much cooling are you doing total? I'm working on fixing the top end because I'm getting bottlenecked, but minimum of 20 kilojoules of cooling overall, going from Venus atmosphere down to Yeah, I'm trying to go to like -10 degrees. Maybe even a little more, because I think I purged the carbon dioxide out of my lowest cooling line. Okay, this is going... Ooh, let's get close to freezing temperature. Freezing temperatures, but I think we'll be okay. Evaporation, we still don't have enough here. But this should be enough to get me started anyway. That's getting down to the pressure it needs to be. You are... Okay, I think you'll be okay. You are condensing. Kind of. No, not... No, you are not condensing. We're not getting up to temperature or pressure. You are. And you are. Okay, there we go. So if we go here... that's actually not a fair... Because I'm pumping in really cold fluid. Ah! This loop was in action. No way. 85 kilojoules. $55. 60. 150 kilojoules of cooling? I doubt that. Okay, maybe. Oh my. Yeah, maybe we're cranking out like 150 kilojoules of cooling right now. Okay, 50. That's a more sane number. But maybe it's because this hasn't caught up. Wow. That's a lot of cooling. That's good. That means this will stop singing really quick here. Let's take a look in here. How we doing? Okay, we are definitely beyond liquid state. 30 mole left. What about you? You got 7 mole left. And actually, because I'm tired of walking the tightrope, I'm gonna do what I should have done. You know, I'll match it out a little bit. Okay. So these are single welds. This is a double weld. Double weld. Don't blow me away. Single weld, double weld. There we go. And you are... Okay, you're coming back to sane values here. 30, 30. All right. Okay. 303. This should be going up. 300. 300. These match. Okay, you're going down. Good. What are you? 314. We overrun that far? 239. Okay, yeah, all right. That makes sense. That's a good number. This is because I injected a really cold amount of Silanol. Okay, so there we go. I think we can shut this guy off. Because we are down to... we are freezing here. Well, I don't think that'll do any damage, though. If so, I shut that off, so we're good. Actually, I could also potentially... You're not doing any damage, right? Okay. It's not complaining about damage, so I think we're okay. Alright. So we'll let that ride out a little bit. Equalize, and then we will see if we can get rid of the AC loops, because I've got all these ACs and they are doing weird things. Oh good, we're charging. So this is currently, this is actually cool. So 350 degrees coming off the top of the loop, but then if we go one stage in, it is Okay, it's increasing in temperature. That's kind of a good thing. 370, but these are like all the same temperature up until you get to the end 3 stages here, and then very minimal difference. So these aren't performing like I thought they would, and they are in the design where, you know, this is infinitely trying to heat this line while cooling this line. And then on the other side, you've got the cooling trying to infinitely cool this line and heat that line. So this, it should be pushing heat this way, and it's just not working. But I think, you know, we'll get there. This is creeping up, and this is supposed to creep up. All right. Yeah. So ideally, I want this pipe to be hotter than Venus atmosphere. That's what I'm going for. Then I can just dump it directly to the atmosphere. So 355 over here, 382. So that's not much of a heat lift. But we're still balancing here. And I don't have enough Silanol in either loop. So I do have to work on that. Is that? Oh, that's my Stirlings over there, I see. And I do have my digital valve here to cool this line off during a storm. And I might do that on a couple more.
Hydration critical.
Yeah, I guess eat, drink, and be merry, right? Maybe I can... You know what? I am going to turn off... the third stage here. I don't think it's really doing anything other than eating power. And then we'll reduce a little bit of power usage that way. Got 6 kilojoules, 6 kilojoules, 6 kilojoules, 6 kilojoules. So this is supposedly moving 24 kilojoules of heat. But we'll see. This is the top of the water loop. This is 307. This is coming down. That's good. So this has stopped groaning. This is Silanol loop. Yeah. So this has stopped groaning, which means we should be catching up downstairs now, officially. Then again, I still probably need to dump the Silanol heat. So, still waiting. Eat, drink, and be merry. Eat, drink, and be merry. Let's close that for now. Can I? No. AC off at 50 kilopascal. Okay. Let's see what... Yeah, we're still singing over here, but... Okay, this really hasn't come down. It's come down a whole degree. I really need to move that respawn point. I got sick of her dying early on, so I made a respawn point just so I could continue with the series. Okay, 40 degrees. We're caught up poorly towards seating. Well, it's probably because it's warm. If we're being honest, that's probably what the deal is. There. Okay. Now... actually check to see if I have enough pollutant. I really don't need that many. But I was doing some experiments, and the other thing that I was struggling with is that each of these were not doing much for heat exchange. I need to pull that off the wall eventually. Okay, oh, I forgot to check Larry. Let's see how Larry's doing. We're out of power again. The sun went down, that's what it is. Larry, are you behaving? No, you're not. You're stuck, aren't you? You stuck? Yep, you're stuck. That's why we need to check Larry. Boom. There we are. Now Larry's extra happy. Sent. Oh, it's just a transformer. It's not even a, okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should make sure that's named. That way when I'm looking at the network, I'll know who it is. So this is transformer small for alcohol processing. Yep. Ah. Okay. Actually, really need to make sure that I got all these devices. You're just hooked on directly, aren't you? Yes, you are. Do you have a name? Yes, you do. Where did I put you? Come in. Trying to remember where all my wiring is. A steam generator. Transformer small. This is air handling. Old. That needs to go away, actually. Needs to go away, but I bring it down. Okay, this is ridiculous. I actually probably would have a better vantage point from downstairs. That's probably where the power comes in. Yep, I'm thinking that's where it does, so let's drop down. That's not my cooling system, is it? No. What? Where am I pulling in power for the cooling? Huh. Some genius laid this out. Right. Goes around that. You know what? Let's do something. I don't have the right thing with me. That's definitely not it. Huh. Wow. Huh. That comes off of something different. comes down. Yeah, that comes down off the cooling. Huh. I legitimately don't know how I'm powering that. I could be... Okay, this is for the filtration. Am I pulling off the filtration network? Guess it's possible. I mean, this really... I guess this does use quite a bit of power, but still. That runs to there, but not any higher. Filtration, filtration, filtration. Huh. I legitimately don't know how much or where I'm pulling that in. That is... it's phenomenal. Oh well. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's kind of where I'm at right now. All right, so how's our cooling upstairs going? Oh, we're losing it. Back up to 124, but that also might be the fact that I have no power. So that might actually just be shut off up there. I am running out of charcoal though. Running out of charcoal. This actually would be a good one to pull down and sell stuff to, but I'm not ready for that. I am not ready for that. What I am ready for is power. I need a storm. Ugh. Okay. Oh yeah, it might be, yeah. Okay, so this is basically pushing against this, but if that didn't have any power, I wasn't turning that on. And I'm also not feeding that. So it comes off of that network, yeah. Let's see, this, yeah, that has to be on, so I guess I can go through and turn these guys off. How do I want to do that? Where's the... Oh, that's a good question. I probably want to push it this way, so let's go ahead and turn this side off. Or actually, yeah, hang on. Start with that. Pressure efficiency is 0. Okay. So we clear the pipes going up. And turn you back on, because we have to purge you. Okay. Oh my goodness, hit the freaking button. Why is it so hard to hit that button? Okay. Okay. So this is going to stop flowing gases this way. So they should all be collecting in this pipe. And should be leaving this pipe. We'll go ahead and transfer over there faster. So we're leaning our eggs into the basket here. Okay, what's our... Yeah, we are starving for Silanol here, for sure. I do have another kilomole or so. 441. It's not much of a heat drop. You hear 343, so you're kind of borderline on... Yeah, it's going up. Alright. So we do need more... Let's grab this guy. Pull him over. Parkour! Get stuck on the radiators. Let's drop you for right now. Okay, you are slowly bleeding off pressure. We're working on it. Make sure this doesn't go over pressure. Okay, I think we're pretty good. So let's get this inside. Oh, got myself stuck on the stairs. There we are. Drop that in there. Cycle. Oh, we have a storm coming in. That's awesome. I need to swap this out. Evening, Balin. How are you tonight? This evening, I should say. I guess technically it's tonight. Okay, let's do that. How much? What's on our countdown timer? We've got 8.5 minutes or so. Let's go ahead and get us some Silanol. I don't know why I'm taking this through the airlock. Jeez. I'll walk backwards. Stuck on a ladder. That's great. Okay. Walk backwards. Okay, get on the other side of these pipes. There we go. Now I can walk forwards. Drop this here. Is that close enough? There. There. There we go. That's close enough. Smash your face into it enough. It'll get there. Okay, so we will... We'll give up on that. We will purge valve. Sure. We'll just make it 0 because it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter. Pipe network here on. Push what we can. Can't walk away though. Not transferring quite fast. I'll do that. I think that'll be sufficient. I'm gonna let this catch up to pressure. This is exciting. The good thing is, when this storm hits, we should have a tremendous amount of cooling going on. Because that top of the Silanol loop is going to anchor to the Venusian storm temperature, which is 100 degrees cooler. So that should translate to a lot of cooling. And hopefully that'll push its way down. Alright, we're going to be close to the point of condensation here. What is Silanol's minimum condensation point? Oh, well, 516 there. Okay, we are liquefying. Okay, we're stressing out here. Take it up to 50% stress and shut it down. There we go. Why? It's kind of interesting that it's not condensing in the tank, but it's condensing in the pipe. What we got in there? 322, that stinks. Wish it would condense. Wish it would condense into the tank. I guess it makes sense because there's going to be so much extra pressure in here until it relieves it. I'm going to take it until it bounces off the red. Bam. Yeah, overdid it. So it's 90% stress that it starts doing damage. Good to know. Are you going to condense in there? No, not quite. Not quite. I'm not going to have this ready for the storm, I don't think. Because it's just taking too long. Three minutes to storm. Oh, let's swap out the canister here. Swap out the canister. Let's drain the waste tank here. There we go. I want to go check on the AC purge while I can. Let's pull this out. If I can shut off these ACs, it's going to save a tremendous amount of power. Yeah, so we are, yeah, we're pushing there. Okay. You down to virtually nothing. Yeah, we got 1 mole on each of these. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shut down all but 1 lane of these. That way we can reduce the power load. Alright. Start over here. 0% shut down. 0% shut down. 0% shut down. Go back to the start here. 0% shut down. 0% shut down. It's just easier if I do that. 0% shut down. 0 shut down. 0 shut down. 0 shut down. So essentially now I'm just using the remaining few as air pumps. That's literally it. So yeah, we're gonna push the air down. Our final pressure over here, 12.8 megapascal. It's kind of in. Oh, I know why. It's because a bunch of it went over here. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So this is going to drop 100 degrees when that storm rolls in. And that's going to be beautiful for our cooling. Gonna be beautiful for our cooling. Yeah, we ran out of power again. Right at the last minute. Well, we'll know when the storm kicks in because all the lights will light up. But having all those ACs off, that should help tremendously with the overall power situation. Just for fun. We had 119 degrees, so you did catch up a little bit. There we go. Our storm kicked in. I wonder how fast this will drop. Probably take a little bit for it to cascade, but that should drop significantly. Okay. Let's go back over here, push a little bit more. Yep, about 70%, and then we lay off. You're still not condensing. We're at negative 15 degrees, okay, so negative 15. Negative 15. We need just over, yeah, we need about 75 kPa, and it'll start condensing in the tank. Which at that point, I don't know if we can do much more. The other thought would be to... Hang on, I gotta... Oh. Okay, we have purged this, so let me grab you. Actually, no. You. I need you. Condensation valve. This is probably what I need to do. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Swap into a little Valheim. That's not a bad deal there. I got out of Valheim. Well, once my friends and I got through the Ashlands, so looking forward to the new content when that eventually makes its way through. And hopefully I'll get lucky and my friends will want to play it. Here we go. This is, I think, what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. So if I pressurize this, it should condense. But it shouldn't get to the point where I stress this out. Yeah, I'm going to push it into here as liquid. Okay. What is optimal here? What is up? Is it me or is your mic a bit low? It could be. Let me adjust it one moment. There, I'll move it a little bit closer to my face. Got one of the headset mics, so that's full tilt. It's keeping up pretty well, so yeah, this is actually working pretty well. What are we pulling out? It's evaporating. Go to there. 37% stress. That's doable. Oh, look at that. Phenomenal. It's actually working, I think, better than the other way. So I'm filling both. So I'm filling the gas, and what's not being shoved into the tank is condensing and then being sucked out with a liquid pump. Doesn't really pass the physics smell test here, but okay. You work within the game system. That's all you can do. Yeah, this will work. I should be able to fill this entirely up this way then. And you know what? I don't think I even have to stand around, other than being a power drain. I'm not seeing any sign. 33% stress and actually going down because the amount of gas that's getting shoved in there at one time is shrinking. Yeah. There we go. I think that'll work. That'll work. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm leaving it. I'm going to pollute my air. Yeah. I want to see how well that cooling's doing. Oh, I think the storm just ended. Nope, storm has not just ended. We got another 2 minutes in the storm. 118, so it went down to 8 degree. That's okay, because we're starved for Silanol, so we have to accept some trade-off. This did come down to a degree, though. Okay. What the heck? Random reagent mix. Oh, yeah. Because, something I made. I should be able to shove this in the... Well, that's what came out of the centrifuge. So this should go right into the furnace. Okay. 470 something, I think is the normal. Let's see, let's go ahead and put utility kits in here. Top those off. Boom. Put that back in there. Close that. Okay, so it didn't get a massive temperature drop here. But hopefully that helped what's upstream. Who knows? Throw that in there. I actually gotta eventually write that up. So what do we got here? 580 mole left there. .4% stress. It's working. It's working. Awesome. Okay, this is what are we at? Just under 400. Okay. So we're coming up on 900. 900 mole. That's actually increasing pretty quickly. I'm not complaining about that. And yeah, okay, that was just what froze. So that works. Okay. Insulated liquid tank. Yeah, I actually probably... Whoa! Should do something about that eventually. Do I have anybody? I think we're good. Yeah, I need a... Again, I need a control center. What I got for different stuff. Oh, well. Okay, that's doing its thing. We'll let it run for a bit. Storm is over. Let's go check and see how the loops are doing while we're waiting. Because essentially we're just waiting on the Silanol bottle to fill up so we can top off the top tank. And hopefully that's enough. Oh, right. We're going to chuck that here. What are we making? Steel. 2 grams of steel from, I forget what I ground down. Okay, you'll be 462. Oh yeah, okay. So this is slowly climbing. This is coming back up to atmospheric temperature. So this theoretically should start getting a little bit worse for the wearer. Yeah, you're losing cooling because we are losing liquid. 433, 345, that's still too much for that. I don't know. I'll probably have to tweak some of these pressures. 309. Yeah. But at least now we got about an anchor point. So that's something we can deal with. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we got here. We are down to the whole... I don't think I'm going to load my pants over... less than a mole in each segment. Yeah, so we can go ahead and shut these guys down. And I will just go ahead and... I'm not even going to be picky. 10 moles of nitrogen. I think I can deal without. I can deal without. So there we go. That's a phenomenal power decrease. And then a bunch of material I can reclaim. So this... I mean, I can dump more radiators into the system here if I need to. So as a matter of fact, I can pull them off right now. They're grinder, right? Yeah. Okay. Wrench. I don't have any of the... Well, you know what? That's not true. I was going to say I don't have any of the pipes, but... Yeah, Yeah. I got a bunch laying around that I'm going to be pulling off, so yes, I do have it. Okay, let's grab the insulated pipe. Alright, now we can walk back the regular pipe. Good enough. We're gonna do it this way for now. Technically speaking, would that work? That would work. That would, technically speaking, work. So I can put 2 more radiators there. Haha. But here's the ultimate question. How much are we dumping off? 1 kilojoule per... About 1 kilojoule per at the moment. So that's... Okay, so what's that mean we're dumping here? 9 kilojoules? Okay, so that's... Alright. We can do a little bit better. We can do a little bit better. Let's go ahead and deconstruct these all. Get them out of the way. Okay. Shall I dump these? Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna drop them in here. I might as well. That's not gonna work. I have them, I might as well drop them in. The other thing that I wanted to play with was one of the large extendable radiation radiators, that is. I played around with one on Mars, and I think it might be okay. I think I have to whip it out at night just to get it to work on Venus, but I think that would be fine. It's either that or I did see some anomalies, and I don't know if it's just the way that it works or not. But the sun had to be out. I just had to be at a 90-degree angle to it. And that might be the way it needs to be. Okay, so what do we have here? So we're kind of all over the map on here. 8, 7, 6, 7, 7, 1. So 771. So I'm going to say 2.4 per. Maybe 2.4. Maybe 2. 2.2. You know what? We'll lowball it. We'll say 2 kilojoules. So 2 kilojoules. That's 20 kilojoules right there. So that might be our cooling requirement, based on everything that they had seen so far. But that temperature difference, so if this went up a whole, another degree, it would be that much more. Yeah, we have no liquids. Oh yeah, you're not heat exchanging anything. You're not heat exchanging anything. You're doing all the heat exchange. And it's not even up to pressure. So yeah, that is a problem. All the heat exchanging is being done in a single unit. But 20 kilojoules, give or take, that's what we are doing. So, yep, we need more Silanol, and I think we'll be happy. And we are moving that in. So, we may have... Now, that being said, I am dumping a tremendous amount of heat into my cooling system. I think it's beyond 20 kilojoules. So, getting the loop to actually cooperate is of utmost priority here. I'm gonna throw that there so I can take off my suit. Okay, let's go. 116. Yeah. We're not quite meeting our requirements here. Not quite. Not yet. So down to 5% stress because we are down to 100 moles over here. And we're up to 1.2 kilomoles in here. Okay, let's do that. Liquid is all being drained out. Okay, that's empty. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab this guy and take him with us on our merry way. I think next time I do a maintenance tunnel, it might be taller. I might demand a taller tunnel. Okay, put that down. Let's put our suit on. AC on. Let's get going here. Get going! Out the door. Hey! Whoa! Let's not hit our wind turbines. Somewhere over here. Is this the one? This is the one. Where are you going? Well, that's somehow that's correct. Whoa. You're growing over here? Well, I guess it makes sense. That does make sense. Okay, let's pull you open. Full tilt. I don't think we'll have a problem here. But your pressure should be... Yours is going down because of the temperature. Temperature of the crap that I'm throwing in. Ooh, look at that. Woo, doggy. Okay, we have gas on the condensation side, so that's good. Means at the current moment, the condensation chambers are getting their fill. We are condensing. Alright. Yep, we are condensing. Of course, temperature going down because the crap I'm injecting is really cold. Especially since I'm evaporating out of here. Yeah, you're doing a phenomenal amount of work.
Hydration critical.
Yeah, eat, drink, be merry. 2-4, 2-4. You're struggling, but you're keeping a... Whoa. Doing here... Okay. Just out of curiosity, what's this pipe doing? 407... Yeah, okay. Because of what I'm injecting in. Yeah, I can't hear you. You need to up your mic. Okay. Alright, I put my mic a little bit even closer, so... See if that works there. Okay, we're down to only 300 mole left in the tank. So we're about at the extent... Yeah, it's got to equalize again once we're done here. Hoping that this will be enough. Now, this is going to be noisy, so I might... I don't think I have to worry about this overpressurizing itself. Okay. 200 mole. Keep going. Oh yeah, we got some power. Set my 2 wind banks. Oh. Yeah, 2 and then 1 behind it. Yeah, we got lots of power now. Lots of power. 362 at the top of Silanol loop. 2. That's still going down. 331 at the top of the water loop. That would be acceptable. If I could keep that, that'd be great. But we have, okay, we do have gas on this side, so we have enough water. We do have gas on this side, so we do have the water for this current temperature range. It's a little on the low side, though. So I might actually be a little light on some of the water. How are we doing here? 60 mole. Oh, we're condensing in here. Yeah, that's what I want to see. You are struggling to maintain 20 liters. So theoretically, that means I need another condensation chamber. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. How are we doing here? Do we have gas in this pipe? We do have gas in this pipe still, so that's a plus. Always want a little bit of gas over here, because if we have a vacuum, that means you're not pulling enough
Waste tank caution.
in. I feel like I'm using a lot more on my waste tank than normal. But and then again, usually I'm mining, so mining in a vacuum. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, it's the temperature of my oxygen is ridiculous. Normally I have it set to like 10 below, so that's a difference. Okay. Alright. 10 mole. I'm going to go ahead and shut that off. Okay, we'll run back inside. Let that equalize a bit, and then take some more readings and see how that goes. Whee! Okay. Okay, but we do have power. And since I shut off all the ACs, we ought to have a lot of power. But I may print off some more phase change devices so I can optimize the loops. Let's go ahead and change out that. You know what? Instead of doing it that way, I'm just going to drop it this way. Bam! Do that. Okay. Eat, drink, be merry. Right. Needed to do that. There we go. Eat, drink, be merry. Now, one loaf of bread that I let go to waste because I made a birthday cake. Alright, let's go ahead and take a shower. There we go. How are we doing here? 115. Yeah, we're still struggling, but we are dumping a phenomenal amount of heat into it. So this is dumping 4 kilojoules. This is probably dumping 4 kilojoules when it's on, kind of, yeah. This, yeah. They reworked how the atmosphere works, and this no longer is steady, but okay, 2. Pressure efficiency? What am I? Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. That one's always going to be less. So if we take, what, 4 kilojoules is what I have over here. 4 kilojoules as the... Yeah, temperature's a problem. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 or 5, so we're looking at 20 kilojoules just in our AC systems. And then I have my cooling systems up top for the gases and stuff. Let's take a look at that. So this is for... these aren't turning on, right? Okay, so these aren't doing anything at the moment. Oh, okay, you kicked on. You're dumping only a kilojoule? Oh, well, yeah, you're pretty cool. How about you? Yeah, you're pretty hot. Where's my... Okay, here's the carbon dioxide cooling. So this guy right here. 8 kilojoules just to cool down the CO2. Anybody else? I don't think anybody else. Maybe oxygen. Well, oh yeah, I got my oxygen cooling system here. Now this is silly, but 6 kilojoules. So that's 6 plus 8. And then when this kicks back on, we'll take a look at that. 3. Yeah, 6, 8, 3. So 17. I think there's another 18 in there somewhere. Plus the 20. So we're dumping almost 40 kilojoules of heat into the system at the moment. So that's kind of our target. But that's, yeah, that's overloaded. And most of that's this. Yeah, so we need 40 kilojoules of cooling to maintain what we have. So that's why my cooling system's been screaming. And still continues to do so. Alright. We ate, we drank, we be merry. Reset that. What's the next thing? What's the next thing I should do? Yeah, print off phase change cooling devices. Yep. I'll go ahead and print off 6 because I got the box for it. What do we need? We need copper, steel, silicon? That's it? Wait a minute. What? I thought they took Invar. Swear they took Invar. Did they change the recipe on me? I don't know. Okay. Well, while these are printing off, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick restroom break. And that coincides with the ad break here. So go ahead and enjoy a break yourselves. We'll be right back. I'm going to leave this running. Alrighty, I am back. And I feel like I got pushed back. But maybe I didn't. That's alright. So we got our phase change devices. And other than that, we just need plumbing. We don't even need the turbo pumps. So let's go ahead and put those back on the shelf. Turbo pumps, digital valves, volume pumps, regulators, analyzers, all that. Regular valves, portables connector, sure, we'll do that. I'll go ahead and leave the utility kits in here. And we'll grab more of the same here. We'll leave that there. Regular pipes we'll throw there. Oh, you got some up here. Insulated pipes might be a good idea to take some of those. Okay, I think that's sufficient for our requirements here. 5 radiators. Yeah, a bunch of radiators. Radiators. Liquid dang. Oh, that's where I stop them. That's where I stuffed them. Alright. This is... Oh yeah, those are my outpost building things, so... Okay, so we did make the determination that we need 40 kilojoules worth of heat transfer in our phase change systems to be able to keep up with our current requirements. More would be better, but we'll stick with that. So 40 is our target to shoot for. So we will parkour over here and see what we're missing. And we'll start at the top. So you are 18 kilojoules of heat transfer. You are 18 kilojoules of 18 kilojoules. Okay. So you're doing exactly what you need to do. Now, as far as that goes, we have lots of gas over here. So we are condensing like crazy. We do have some liquid. I feel like we're struggling to stay. Oh yeah, the pressure's coming up. But that could be a temperature thing. Yeah, so maybe one more condensation chamber is in order here. It's just kind of what I originally thought. So go ahead and slap that down. Pull out our... Yep. Our nitrogen. There's that. So we got our nitrogen. And let's hook up our... Yep. Whoop, hello. Oops, missed that one. Okay, there we go. That's good. Next we have our liquid pipe. We're gonna wrap it up with that. Call it good for now. Then our brown pipe. Right? There we go. Slap this on. Slap that on. Okay, set this to 5900. Turn you on. So you should start immediately filling with gas. That should take a lot of pressure out of this network. Okay, so that's good. Yep, yeah, there we go. Okay. You're still equalizing to the pressure. What's our pressure over here? 5.4, 5.4, 5.4. Okay, there we go. So we are almost there. We're almost to 5.4. It's catching up, catching up. Negative, negative, negative. Okay. All right. 5. We're almost there. What we got here? We are down low. Okay, yep, that's fine. Okay. Are you coming down? 15.7. 16.2. Yeah. So we're making heat over here. We're actually, yeah, we might have to put some more radiators because it is getting a little warm. But I can only bring it down another 10 degrees, so we're doing okay. That's fine. That's fine. 543, 544. Okay, so we are pushing it hot. And for this one, that's fine. That is exactly what we want to do. And over here, we should be having... Not exactly sure what's going on here. The jumping around so much with the liquid. Should be at 20 each. Then again, these are okay. I should probably set the evaporation chamber to... yeah, that's probably part of the problem. Okay, so assuming... Wow, this is all over the map, actually. Is that because of the condensation valve? Let me turn that off and see how that does. I can't leave that off, though. As easily as this wants to liquefy. Yeah, I don't know why the temperature's jumping around so much. But whatever. Okay, so where am I going? So we got that. Now, next step here is we have pressure on this side of the Silanol loop. And maybe a maximum... Yeah, maybe I should actually start setting these. This is actually still doing pretty good. I don't know why the pressure's down so far, though. Is it really? Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. I dumped it into the radiators. And that system's getting bigger, so I probably need to consider throwing more nitrogen into it. But that's alright. Okay, over here, Silanol. We still have Silanol on this side. How are we doing over here? We are struggling for liquid. We are struggling for liquid, so part of that could be is we are under... no. I think we need another condensation chamber over here, too. If I'm reading these right. I could be reading these wrong. But it feels like this is what I need. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, close that. Oops. And that's the nice thing is adding an extra chamber is like 10 watts. Okay, black pipe. Okay. Brown pipe. And other brown pipe. Okay. Alright. We're going to go ahead and now just crank this to 5,900. And you're going to suck in the gas. You're 165 mole, so that looks like going to be our target fill levels, 165 mole. Okay, so we're pushing. Yeah. So hopefully that means we'll have more liquid over here for these to fill up with. 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 529, 545, 615, 617, 619. Okay, so it looks like we are gaining more liquid, which is good. Do you want to push it that way? Over here. We need more. We need more liquid. Yeah, we need more liquid. We actually may be overcharged on the evaporation chamber. Yeah, because this one's not getting any liquid. All right. So black pipe again. Yep. Okay, close that out. Whoopsie. It's probably work that needed to be done a long time ago, but yeah, that's how Stationeers is. Kick the can until the can kicks you back. Okay, in this case, I'm going to need to borrow a blue pipe from somebody so I can convert some. Guess I'll grab you. No. 1, 2, boom. That'll work there. This will work fine because it's the default color. Alright. Nope. And that. Okay, 579 days. Interesting. 5,900. We'll just do that for now. So you're condensing basically as hard as you can. So that should give us some liquid. That's an evaporation chamber, you piece of poo. What? Wait, okay. I mean, sure, I understand water just dumped out of the system because why would it ever go back? But why the hell would water catch fire? In what circumstances would water actually catch fire? That was weird. Condensation chamber, there we go. Let's actually put the right thing down. Alright, so I did waste a little bit of water, so I may want to top that back off, because yeah, we are running out of water in this system. Yep, so we are starved for water in this system now. Starved for water. So before I make any more changes... Actually, let's jump up here. What are we doing? Almost 2 kilojoules. Over 2 kilojoules. Well over 2. So that's... not quite 5. Yeah, it's close to 5. Okay, so we'll say 6 per. So 6 times 5. It's 30 kilojoules. It's almost there. Maybe I'll go get some, yep. I'll go grab a bank of radiators. 5, right? Yep. Bank radiators. We'll put another set on. Okay. So, bank radiators, water. Nope. There we go. before I forget, let's grab the radiators. Okay, there's that. I don't know if that's my only water. My only water jug, or if I've got another one over here. Do I have another one? I do not. Okay. So let's go get that. What do you... You got 2 liters in you. It's okay. We're gonna top you off. Maybe, if I can get through all this stuff here. Oop. Okay. Yeah. Water tank. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Get my butt kicked by a tank. Alright, water tank. I have liquid water, right? I got 90 liters of it right here. So let's go ahead and... I think 40 liters would be good. There we go, 40 liters. Over 40 liters, that's fine. That'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, alright, yeah, we gotta drag it up the stairs backwards. Forgot about that. Okay. There we go. Alright. Let's pop these on. Midday. Alright. Okay, it was, this loop, right? You are 325. Yeah. So we are out of, yeah. Why do you keep popping up? Okay, yeah, we have no gas. So that is indicative of not enough here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and... We'll pull out 20 liters, give or take, first. There we go. Okay, we have... Okay, you're trying to liquefy? Okay, yeah, I think all of this actually needs to go in here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and empty this. That might be part of the problem I've had with this loop, is I never had enough liquid in it. Yeah, because we still have no gas. Temperature's pretty low though, so tells me that this is working pretty well. So what we got over here? 470, 18 kilojoules. Wait, that's basically 18, 17, 18, 18, 18. So 30, 36, 72? 72 kilojoules? We're dumping 72 kilojoules of heat there? That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. And then over here, we have 22. That's constant. 20, nah, that's definitely not. Okay. 22, 15, 18. Oh, yeah. Well, I am dumping cold. Alright. Are you empty yet? Just about.
Waste tank caution.
We're still struggling here. Well, okay, we're filling up. We still don't have any gas on this side. But we are... Whoops. Okay. But we have enough liquid. At least at the moment. 163. Yeah, you're struggling because you're not getting to that. So at this point, we almost might not have enough evaporation. Maybe it was just short on whatever. Okay, so I added another condensation. It's just not doing much. 15, 9, 12, 15, 9, 12. Okay. 30, 35. That's not quite where we need to be, but what's... Whoa, hey, baby. What's your number? 43. It's because... Okay, because this is so cold. Because of the stuff I shoved into the system. 45. Jeez Louise. That's 110 kilojoules. Okay. What do we got here? 17, 17, 16, I'll say 16. To low ball. Ah, that's 64. 64 kilojoules, so that's about on par. So then over here, yeah, drop another one in, all right? Okay, so let's go ahead and, ah, crap, I didn't. We can walk this back. This doesn't matter. This doesn't super duper matter. Just for funsies. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this back for... Should be using plain pipe, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter at this point. I only have 4 radiators worth here. Now, this one I've got to do something with. There we go. We'll do that. That'll help us push out a little bit. That should bring the temperature down a little sniffle. I don't know if it's really helping. That's okay. That is okay. We'll take a look at what we got over here. Okay, 5.4. Still got gas in the pipe. That's good. 5.4, 5.4, 5.4. Yep. And we have price. Oh, waste tank, waste tank, waste tank. Okay. All right, we got quite a bit of liquid over here, so that's good. Over here, I think you're actually okay. This is good. So this side over here, right? So we're pushing hard here. That's the idea. And then this side should be pushing as hard as it can here. So this side, what's this down to? 306, 307. 307. I'm okay with that number. That's a good number. 308. It is climbing up a little bit. But that's well within the water's working range, so that's fine. Even if it stays like that, that's perfectly fine. Then this side, we've got 227. That's good. 200. So that was only a 77, right? Only 77. So 77 plus would be like 303. Okay. All right. That's about the same working. So theoretically, then that's kind of at a so 77 from here would be 123, which is still on the high side for pollutant. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, we're doing good. Okay, I think we're doing much better. Power-wise, we are doing phenomenally better. Let's go ahead and see. And this is what we were focusing in on, was the cooling. 10 o'clock. Man. Feels like it's been longer. Okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead and close that. We're still singing over here. But this is the hot side at one. Why do I have a pipe just laying there? 199, 200. Okay. This side, 129. So that's really about the extent of it. So now the question. I might be able to bring this down another couple degrees, but that... No, I mean 129 versus 150. Yeah, we definitely have enough pressure in this system. Okay, we have 20 liters. That's good. We have 20 liters. 14 liters, so we don't actually have enough. Yeah, okay, so looking at that number, we need another condensation chamber. We need another condensation chamber. Condensation chamber. We're just gonna match what's there. I need yellow liquid pipes. So let's. I guess let's crack you. Pass it over here. Go And we'll go ahead and pre-wire this. Okay, that's all ready to go. This is nitrogen side, so we can go ahead and do that. This one's in the wrong spot, so that's fine. I think that's how that goes. Okay. That. Wrench and that. Alright, power. Power's a thing. How do I have that? Would it actually make sense to do that over there or go... Yeah. That's the way we're doing it. It's goofy, but that's the way we're doing it. It is the way we're doing it. It's goofy, but we're doing it. You. 5,900. Okay. Power you up. Okay. Filling. Pressurizing. Pressurizing. Getting there. We're starting the heat exchange. Okay. Alright, let's see how we're going on the liquid side here. $18.5, $18.6, $18.7. Good, we are getting more liquid. There we go. Okay, you're up 20 liters, 20 liters. You're climbing. Good. Let's keep that going. I want to make sure that I keep liquid in the loop, because obviously if I don't have any liquid to evaporate, I'm not doing much. That's climbing. Over here, we still don't have anything, so I might even have to put yet another evaporation chamber in. We definitely have the capacity. Ah, what the heck. I'll go ahead and throw another one in. Condensation chamber. There we go. That'll work. Alright. Oh, not gonna get much done with that. Pull that out. 5,900. Crack that open. So now we should be getting lots of liquid over here. But you're struggling. You're still 20, you're still 20, you're still 20. Oh, you're not catching up. Alright. Well, the gas pressure's down, so it stops singing. That's good. That is good. 338, 339, 338. How about you? You're back up there. Good. Ah. Good. We are starting to get rid of the singing. Kind of. I don't know why these... Yeah. Alright. 134. And we are pushing hard here. Especially since I just added 2 condensation too. This, I actually need to inject some nitrogen into here. This is way too low. That's part of a problem. Okay, hey, you know what? We can do that. I'm gonna see about putting a pressure regulator on there and pumping some over. Because we need some pressure to make this work okay. Pressure regulator, that's what we want. I didn't think about it. We're also processing a lot of ore up top. That's part of our power drain problems. Is there room? I have to crack this pipe in half. I can do that. Pressure regulator. There we go. Let's take this up to 5 megapascal. That's where I want it to be. Okay, this pipe, I don't know what it's doing. 10. Connected. I think 5 will actually work. Oh, that
Hunger caution.
that'll work. Okay. Alright. Alright, now power for this. Nothing more temporary than, or permanent than a temporary fix. Okay, we need to go down below, hook up that
Hydration critical.
pipe, I'm sure. No, actually that's exactly where it was, so that was a coinky dink. Go ahead and turn this on. Now we will be discharging this line that I can't read. Oh, there we go. It's like, find the pixel. Okay, 14 megapascal. That's no problem. Oh, it's already up to 5? Wow. That was fast. That was up to 5 already. That's phenomenal. How about you? Oh, you know what? Heck. Let's take it up to 10. Wow, that was like instantaneous. I guess it is only 660 liters. Okay. That's good. So now we have a target to push against anyway. So what we got here? We got 12 times 6, huh? Okay, 72 kilojoules. 72 kilojoules. We got 20 liters, 20 liters. 2.33. Very slowly gaining. That's 20 liters. So we're like 40 liters short. Now, is that a... It's not... you know, it could... Actually. The pressure is going down... Temperature's going down. I think we're winning the battle here. We're definitely not condensing enough for the evaporators that we have. Yeah, we definitely have enough pollutant. We don't have enough condensation going on. So I might actually... If I shut you off, will you... Of course you don't purge. Yeah, does that empty you out? That's what I'm hoping happens here. I'm going to go ahead and shut this guy off. There we go. 1900. So I'll go ahead and I will put that back up, but he should be empty. And I don't know if that will help at all. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going up. Now that did gimp some of my... Yeah, so we're looking at 9.6, 9.5, just for hex and giggles. Huh, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, it's not pulling any liquids in. So we are winning the evaporation battle there. Okay. Hey, what's our pipe down to? 109. Okay, we are dropping temperature, as long as it keeps going that way. And eventually we'll catch up with our heat load. That's going to be the real part. 269, I forget what we were at before. 52, you're coming down, that's good. And nitrogen. Oh, it's because I didn't wire any nitrogen up there. There's yeah, 129, that's about where it was. So I forget 269 if that's where that was or not. But there's a phenomenal amount of, yeah, 52 kiloliters worth of capacity. We got a ginormous concentration of carbon dioxide. So that's probably going to take forever to come down. 136. It's not singing. That's what I want. 109. Wasn't it 108? Ah, eat, drink, be merry. Yeah, I didn't realize this is going to be a full episode of cooling, but that's where we're at. That is where we're at. But that's the challenge, especially on a hot planet, is cooling. Heating is actually not too bad of a deal. That's actually pretty easy to do. Now, if you have a shortage of energy, potentially that could be a problem, or a shortage of solar. Ooh. Okay, yeah, you're still struggling, but we are dumping hot CO2 in too, so that doesn't help. Okay. All right. I came over here. I don't think I had a particular reason to. I should consider starting another outpost here eventually. You know what? Maybe we should end with a mining trip. That would make sense. That would make some sense. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. +1. Drop that. This is phase change devices and more. Let's get that pressure regulator. Put that there. You go there. You're running out of space. Pipes. Okay, we can kick up some of this other stuff, like a ladder. Ladders can go there next to the grating. I'll carry that just for funsies. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we wanted to go on a mining trip. So we will need our tracker tablet, a mining backpack, even though it's going to be undersized. And one of the things I wanted to go searching for was, oh yeah, let's deal with that. Silver, lead, nickel. So silver and lead are going to give me nitrous. So I should probably drop those all in together. And I don't have to worry about that. So pull that out, and we'll go ahead and kick these on. There's lead up here, so let's go ahead and get the lead out. Whoa! Unless I already dug it out. That's an entire possibility. Nope, I did not. There's not much left. Okay. It's coal. And that is, ironically enough, silicon. Not what I need. Cobalt. That's something I do need, but not right now. More silicon. Yeah, okay. Woo! Just kind of running off in a wander. Oh, here's lead. And I need this so I can make solder. Or, I should say, my auto smelter can make solder. I don't think it's used for pretty much anything else at the moment. I think it used to be used at the security printer. But other than that, I guess they don't believe in using lead in their electronics. Okay, there's that. Iron over that way, but not here for iron per se. Cobalt, silicon, more silicon. Just wandering around aimlessly. Hey, where are all the ores at? Okay, there's lots of coal. Lots of coal. Lots of coal. More coal. I got coal out the wazoo. Could actually... Probably should set up something... Whoa. So I have a backup coal generator ready to go with a hopper full of coal. What's going on? Why is literally the only thing I'm seeing coal, silicon, copper? Oh, Lord. Just kind of running in a random direction. Nah, that's copper. Iron, coal, gold, nickel. Nickel is on my list. I should get some nickel. It's phenomenal. Of course, I ran the wrong direction. The other direction that I had been going, like yesterday, was where all the silver was. Nickel, I don't think has anything really useful gas-wise. Okay. Let's climb out and kind of go in a 30, 40, 50 degree gold, coal, gold, coal, 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 lots of coal, more coal, coal. Oh, there's some lead in there. You know what? Actually, I'm going to leave that one alone because there's too many contaminants. And I don't really want to deal with it. Which I guess as long as I don't pick up cobalt, it's fine. Eee. Jeez. I wouldn't be surprised if silver is the richest mineral. It seems like it even outperforms iron. Gold, silicon, lead. I think I might be able to sneak past the silicon. Let's go this direction still. Silicon. That actually might, yeah. Can't tell if that's silicon or silver, but it's way down there, so I'd have to dig into the mountain. I don't really want to dig into the mountain. On the surface, I don't mind. And more lead over there. Copper. Silicon, silicon, silicon. Nickel. Alright, we'll do nickel. Nickel's quite useful. In a couple alloys, and I think, yeah. I think I almost have enough nickel, but... Filled up my sack. Let's see. I should probably at some point write an IC chip to warn me when a storm's coming in, because we know how storms go. That's silicon. $30, about this way. More silicon, more copper. There we go, there's silver. Finally, some silver. So I think I need 5? Yeah, I think I just need 5 stacks of silver to make electrum, but it's also used in, well, silver ingot, so I need 10 for that. Something else, I think, too. So I need at least 15 stacks of silver. So I don't think I'm going to get that today. How am I doing on lead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That, I think I also need 15. No, I don't make it, not making lead ingots, so I actually have enough because it'll make solder. But this will give me the ability to make 2 solder. 2 stacks of solder, I should say. That'll be fine. But the silver will be for electrum and silver. Nickel, probably fine with. Silver, 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 silver. I should be about full. Yep, my backpack is full. So I want to try to reserve for silver. Perfect. So there's silver. Try not to get confused with the silicon. That's really close by. And the color is almost identical. There's like a slight bluish tint to the silver. I should count the stacks of silver too. So what do we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7 there. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we need another 4. Okay, go over this way. Due for an outpost in the silver isles. We'll see, that's gold. We try not to kill myself going downhill here. silicon, I think, based on the pattern. That might be, yeah, that's also silicon. Silicon, 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 gold, silicon, gold, silicon. Wow. I haven't been over here. There's no craters. It's kind of nice. Almost makes me... Oh, that actually might be silver. Is that silver? That is a very small pocket of silver, but it's a silver. Okay. My goodness. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. I actually thought that was silicon looking at the way that the ore vein is. Is this going to be enough? I feel like this might actually be enough. I think it is, because I think I had 7 in the backpack, so if I had 8 here, it'd be good. And we have more than 8, so that's good. That's good, 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 good. Okay. Alright. Let's see, gold, let's see, silver, lead, nickel, we've got enough. Silver, lead, nickel, I think we got enough nickel anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 nickel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think we're pretty good there, so... Well, that's pretty... I think I've actually driven by that a couple times. Oh, hang on. Yeah, so I think... 30, reverse course would be 210. A heading of 210. Let's see, what else? What would I want? Copper, cobalt. I don't, you know, no picking up cobalt because that'll cause problems. Nitrous. Don't think I'll have a problem. Ooh, 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 ooh. More silver? Hey, I'm going to pick it up while I have it. Whoa. What am I doing? Yep, that'll do it. I'll just run back to the base. Am I gonna run out of... I think I'll be good here. Thought I was gonna run out of bag space. 210 reverse course. So go ahead and turn that off. Sensor lenses. I'm gonna go ahead and turn those off. All right. 210. See if I recognize any of this. I think I do. I think the base is actually over this way. I'm wandering a little bit in the dark. In the light? In the dark. Yeah, 210, right about here. So I think over this ridge actually will start looking familiar. I could be wrong. If it doesn't look familiar when I get over that ridge, then I'm going to go ahead and use the tracker, because I think that, yeah. I do have the tracker on me, so I will not get lost. But I'm just trying to see if I am familiar. Not quite. Maybe over that hill. What are we at? Main base is actually over that way. Close. Oh, jeez, I should have seen the big thing there. is.
Waste tank caution.
There we go. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire! How are we doing over here? I think all these guys are running. Yeah, all these guys are cranking. All these guys are cranking. We've emptied 4 of the backpacks. Okay, let's go ahead and run in with our backpacks. Waste tank caution. Okay. There we go. We'll empty this out and empty our backpack out. Mining backpack, that is. And yeah. That ought to let us make a few things. Okay, so mining backpack. There, spit out my backpack. Thank you. Do it again. We are degassing. There we go. Very beautiful. This is trying to make solder. So that should be, yeah, everything's in the pipe, so it's making the solder. We'll be making the solder. Okay, should be about everything in there. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's power. That was power. Why is that power? I don't think, yeah, that's not part of it. I don't know why that was struggling, but now we're pressure matching. I don't know why the pressure is so high for solder, but whatever. It's how I wrote the cookbook. Okay, there we go. We got the solder. Should go away. Yep, solder being delivered. Okay, delivered. Boom. All right. It's going to go loop back through and go to the next thing, which should be, I would say, either electrum or silver itself. Yeah, okay. Silver itself it is. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit proud of that code. It goes through and... So I'm not going to have an excess of anything. That was my one concern is, you know, let's just say I filled a silo full of iron, or that I would have just a bunch of iron ingots and not be able to make steel or anything else. So it tries to match the silos, which when you don't have anything, that's kind of lame, but once you have like 5 stacks of everything, then it's good, because machine's going to pull out an ingot, and it's going to replenish it immediately. So it'll work out. That will work out. I just love watching this do its magic. Bam! Okay. It's delivering the silver right now. Okay, well, we're back up to 10 there, so... We should see the requested go away. I feel like it should have made it somewhere by now. Let me go see if something ain't right. See if I've...
Waste tank caution.
Yeah, waste tank caution. I do have a spare tank. Let's go up here and see. Okay. Oh, nickel, silver. Silver should... why? Hang on. Item silver ingot should be there. Oh, okay. So we had a little bit of a hiccup there. Okay, so the... whatever timeout I have in this thing, I need to adjust. Because that got stuck. Okay. So let's write that down. Adjust ingot silo timeout. Silo sorter timeout. And that should help. So we'll write that for the next time, or next optimization session. See how we're doing. Electrum. Electrum's up next. Now this will be interesting because we actually have to dump pressure for that. Oh, you know what? That's kind of funny. Because your pressure goes down because that's sucking in all the air. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's fine. Actually, I should take a look. What's our cooling pipe here? 110. So we're still dumping heat into it. 110. That's okay. Yeah. We are decreasing pressure. It's one of the rare times you actually see that. I think it takes it down to like 2 or 1.8 or something like that, because it's between, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 800 kPa and 2.4 megapascals. So I probably have it like 1500 right in the middle. Technically 1600 right in the middle, but Well, let's actually... I don't know if we'll be able to hear it. We should be able to hear it. But we'll see the right display here light up with Electrum as soon as it's ready to ship. As soon as it's ready to ship. Still trying to drop pressure. Okay. Still dropping pressure, I'm assuming. All right. That is ridiculous how long that's taking. But, I mean, it's an automated process, so... There we go. That worked. Shipping. Yep. Okay. See if it delivers. Yep, delivered. Okay, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Okay. Then I would imagine that basically all that's left are the super weird ones. Astrolite or Stellite or something like that. Which might be waiting on iron. Got anybody that you want to... Okay, I think it went wrapped around. I think this is the third time around, so it's going back through. So, oh, 81. 81. Whatever 8 in the list is, it wants to make. If I recall correctly, that's... Oh, okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, that's right. One is going through the list and one's going through the ingredients. So 8 is the first one in the list. You'll say 81. Yep. And then 11 and 12 and 13 and 14. Okay, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that it wants to make, but it's missing stuff. Should be steel ingot. That's fine. Silver ore, silicon, nickel, lead, cobalt. Maybe I'm missing cobalt for some of them. So that would be the next thing. Right, interesting that I have volatile and methane and NOS in the same system. At those temperatures, they should be auto-combusting, but the temperature here is decreasing. So I know for a fact that I don't have a mixture in there. We're empty. Okay. All right. I don't know. Maybe we'll get cobalt next round, which will be methane. So yeah, I want to make sure that the NOS is out of there before I do that, because, yeah, I don't want to fight with that. But our cooling, I think, might actually be... Oh. We have more cooling capacity, that's for sure. We're singing over there, but that's that particular pipe section. We're still quiet over here. Okay, 137, so that's still a little bit spicy, but it's keeping up. This temperature-wise seems to be doing okay. We're actually evaporating the pipe. Okay, we still have pressure here. Still have pressure here. Still don't have any liquid over here, so we're still evaporating off too much liquid. But, you know, I mean, that's a good thing. So I probably should put another condensing unit in. Yeah, okay. Plus condenser on the pollutant loop. And that should give me more cooling capability. So this is behaving, it's pushing against this, making this stuff work. Yeah, look at that. 34.3. Hang on. Could potentially use 34.8. So we're moving 70 kilojoules of heat just here. I mean, that's phenomenal. As long as we keep that up. What's our... It was 235? No, 265? Is up. Oh, that wouldn't... I don't know. I'd have to go back and look, see if that number is actually going down. That's going down. This was like 130 something or 126. Yeah, okay. So I don't feel like our gases are really going down that much. It's actually kind of funny because, yeah. I might be evaporating off most of my alcohol. That's okay. Yeah, let's eat, drink, be merry, and call it a night. So we did get, we have fewer pipes groaning at least. That's an improvement. So I am not going to complain about that. So the one more Silanol loop was the solution. Now we're pushing against Venus atmosphere. And that's making for a happier base. A much happier base. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So, yeah, I think good way to go. I'm thinking maybe at some point, maybe this weekend, I might start putting together a video to showcase some of my advanced systems and put them up on YouTube or something. I think that would be good. There's some stuff there that people might enjoy. Maybe not. But we'll find. That's not what I clicked on. Hello. That's what I clicked on. Ah, silly thing. Oh well. But yeah, it looks good. I'm gonna park myself in the cryo tube. So with that, I would like to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you next time.